some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Play fake on first down to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Guys, let's talk a little bit about North Carolina. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Yeah, and quarterbacks got to understand, I know you got your favorites, and you look out there and that guy's really good. I'm going to find ways to get him, but I got to take what the defense gives me, and double coverage is probably not the avenue that I want to go attack consistently.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Looking downfield, it's Slater. Working the middle, it's complete. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. He's got it, first down and more. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Oh, and I love that play call on fourth down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
And the Tar Heels getting set on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Wants to go up top. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
To the air. It's Slater. Gets it to him on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back. Just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Pocket breaking down. Pulls it in. It's Evans. He gets it across the 40 and out of bounds at the 38.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. Wants to throw again. That's caught. It's Epps. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
This crowd knows when to bring it. Looking downfield, it's Slater. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. If you plan to deal with the Tigers, you better be able to handle their defensive front. They have a whole legacy of this dating back to the fridge, William Perry.
Big old legacy, and it seems like every year they rotate so many guys that are so highly recruited, so good. Just great players. They're always big and strong and fast and physical, and they get after your quarterback.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Complete to the right. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not underneath, find him, go make those contested catches.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. Trying to bull his way in. Touchdown, North Carolina! First score of the game goes up.
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the entire field and you put 6 up on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. action on first down. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
You know, this tight end's a weapon in the passing game. He runs good routes, normally has good hands, but didn't have them there.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Caught. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the first down.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
And the Tigers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Offense changing the play. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. There's plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big 3rd down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Tight end now in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Milner. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Off play action. He'll pull it down. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. A very short pickup there, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. He's got it on the right. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. There is striking distance at the 37. The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Clemson is quick to the line.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
They're working that left side. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
The Tigers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. They'll send the back in motion. Floats it out in space. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Under fire. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. Now the play fake. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Man, how about the offense, man? You run a little play action. I can just tell you, 3rd and long, as a pass rusher, I'm going to get the quarterback. I don't care about the play action. I'm not biting on it, and neither did the defense.
And that might be the edge of his range, but he had just enough. That'll bring him to within 4. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Both teams scored on their first possessions, but now a chance to send a message that field goals aren't going to win this game. Touchdowns will. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Tar Heels can really attack on this 2nd and short. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to the ground with the running back. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ncaa if they can stop him on 3rd down. To throw, it's Slater. Caught near the sticks. It's Epps. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
And the Tar Heels will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Snagged out of the air. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass. Finds his tight end. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
The Tar Heels look to keep this drive humming. The short hand, attempts, powers through the defender. Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And how many first downs is that, guys? On this drive alone, this defense has got to find a way to get off the field. They're playing way too many snaps.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Wide receiver going in motion. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Tar Heels are in the hurry up. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, North Carolina.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Scanning the field, it's Slater. Got his man on the right. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that the rest of this game.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Smashes it between the uprights. Now up by 7 points here in the second. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Mountain West. Hawaii is down, but they are not out of it. Not there in Oahu, one of the more majestic places to watch a game in all of college football. They're trailing by 10 to Air Force. The Mountain West likes to keep things interesting, fellas, and we'll circle back if anything big happens.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Quarterback may change this route. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Firing to the right, complete.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Trying play action. Here's a heat. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Here comes Clemson with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. He's going for the big play. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Tar Heels will line up to kick off and start the second half. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think even if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime, and you riled yourselves up, and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. To the ground, he's got it again. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
The sure hands, it's Garrison. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Tigers come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Takes the easy throw in the flat. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Coming up, fourth down.
The play action fake. He fires to the left side. Oh, what a play. It's intercepted. Got room on the return. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
And he can fill up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season, consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
Power football with the run. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The give to the tailback. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to throw, it's Slater. Into the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away. That's one he'd like to have back.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. And he was looking into the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. On the run from inside his own 5. He had a vision of getting loose, but he'll go out of bounds at the 18. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the third quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
They'll run play action. Under fire. Another incompletion on third down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll call for the fair catch here. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Second and long. Motion from the wideout. The inside handoff. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6. Trying to pick up a first down. Back to pass, it's Slater. Fires to the big fella. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
And the offensive line has to do a better job protecting their man. It's 4th down. He needs some time to make a play. The defense brings the blitz, beats the offensive line, and gets the big sack.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Clemson jumps to the line. They'll move the tight end. Back to pass on second down. Pressure coming. Makes the catch. It's Garrison.
That's just a tremendous individual effort by the defender. He's able to defeat his block and get to the ball and get the ball down on the ground. Very, very nice job.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He slings it deep to the left. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
First snap of this drive will come from the 46. They'll try the right side. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. So the final period starts with a second down play. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Let's see what they've got on second down. Dropping back, it's Slater. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
How about the linebacker breaking on the football, seeing the quarterback, the ball comes out, he moves right to where the ball's going, nice anticipation, and swats the ball to the ground.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Dances away to buy time. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed.
That's one of the only ways you would get back in this game. You had to force a turnover. You still got to score twice at least to get back in this ball game to try to win it. Great stop. Now it's the offensive turn. I need to score and score quickly.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Things have not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. And finally, a little production in the passing game. That has been sorely lacking in this one.
I love that play call. And quarterbacks are always licking their chops after their defense gets a takeaway because they know now, hey, I got a sudden change situation. I've got a chance to take a shot and pad my stats.
Looking to throw on first down. And here's the third interception of the night. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter, everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Running it to the right. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now, if we could put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. At the 45 on his way. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
And the Tar Heels come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Give to the running back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun, the running back has it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Looking for a man. It's Slater. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Epps. He found his man and zipped it in there, and they've got a first down in the red zone at the 11.
And, man, that is so frustrating for this defense. You got them where you wanted them. You backed them up on third down. You knew they were going to throw the football, but they just couldn't stop them. They give up the first down, and time is running out. This defense is going to have to get aggressive.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? And by going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
Wants to fire on second down. Looking for the score. And took a shot at the end zone, and he almost picked it off. It'll be third down.
Man, is that the opportunity they needed? That is exactly what this defense needed. They need to swing momentum. They needed to get the ball back to their offense if they wanted to win this football game. Just such a huge missed opportunity.
3rd and long, and they'll need to get it close to the goal line to convert. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got him. They'll run him out of bounds, but look what's on the ground. Penalty marker. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. 3rd down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. Dropping back, it's Slater. Oh, they're after him. Makes the grab. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2.
Well, this offense is given a lesson right now on how to fight through adversity, because 1st and 2nd down was ugly, but they come up with that huge completion to now set up a manageable 4th down opportunity to keep this drive alive.
Line of scrimmage is the 2, and they can pick up the 1st down here, but going for the touchdown here on 4th and short. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You can tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up, run it, do something. You can't take a sack on 4th down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for you.
For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. The defense still has all 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them after the kneel down. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good